Hey, welcome back to Robot Arena 2, DSL 2.2. We're going to continue the mini tournament with Blueish versus the Housebots. Our first contender is going to be Frenzy. He's a lightweight, made of plastic. Then the second guy is going to be Vengeance. He's middleweight, made of aluminum. Then we have the incredible Velociraptor. He's a monster made of steel. I think this is steel 3 or 5. There's varying grades of armor: plastic 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and all that. And each one's a bit heavier than Blast, of course. And our number 4 contender is going to be Whack. He's lightweight, made of plastic. And then Howl, H-Wolf, or Worf, or whatever you want to call this guy. Is an interesting name. This is an aluminum bot. And I believe this guy's invertible. This is a Hammerbot, Spinner, and the last one, Frenzy. Now this is an interesting bot. It's an original bot. This is a self-riding bot. It has an incredible hammer on it and a decent chassis, and I believe it's 4-wheel drive. I'm not quite sure though, but we'll find out in the arena here in just a minute. With the first battle, well, after we get through the first set of battles, our first contender, of course, is going to be Civil Uprising. So let's see here. Okay, and we're going to be in the ever-popular RAW2L arena. This is a great arena. Lots of lovely special effects. Unlike the Orc Wars, I asked him a couple times what was wrong with his effects. I think maybe his computer might be a slow computer, because the smoke and flame effects aren't quite right. But he sure does have quite a following. Oh well, this is how it works here, eh? And they're scared to death of Ajax, but that's never going to happen. Anyway, that's a different subject. So let's go ahead and get on with our mini tournament here and see how these guys work. This should be a lot of fun. Here we go. Ooh, nice spinner. And looks like Blueish has got him turned upside down, where his spinning weapon won't be quite that effective, but they must stay away from those floor hazards or they'll get fried to death. Here they go again. Back over the floor hazards, hun. Looks like Civil Uprising is back on his feet. All the weapons are making contact here. Good hit by Civil Uprising. He seems to be a little bit out of control. Lots of chassis damage on both the machines now. Civil Uprising does have a very nice spinning weapon. The Blueish is trying to stay underneath it. We'll see which one of these guys survives this. Lots of hits here. Seems that Blueish is a little more agile. Nice hit by Civil. In fact, both the machines are pretty evenly matched here. Sometimes the lightweights can be quite a little battle between the lights. There's some sort of floor hazard going out there. And back over the flame pits for both the machines. Looks like something's come off one of the bots. Seen something fly off there. Could have been one of the weapons off of Blueish has come off, maybe. Not quite sure. Yep, looks like one of Blueish's weapons has come off. Maybe both. Civil Uprising's going out of control. Looks like Blueish is smoking badly. Trying to maneuver Civil Uprising. He seems to be quite out of control now. Seems to be a lull in the action. Another hit by Civil Uprising. Seems to have most of its weapons are missing and all of Blueish's weapons are gone. It's just pushing now. Still about a minute left here. Blueish is still controlling the fight. Civil Uprising is upside down again and quite out of control. Ooh, looks like Blueish took a big hit from the floor hazard though. That could make a difference. Some smoke from both machines. Blueish is suffering a lot of chassis damage. Close score. A real close fight here. About 30 seconds left. Not much damage being caused. Blueish is still controlling the fight. Another hit by the floor hazards. Looks like Blueish is suffering a lot of damage here though. But still in full control. Ooh, he's burning. Look at that. Something must be on fire here. This is bad. Some sort of a brick lane. Okay, this one's going to go to the judges here. Lots of damage from both bots. Ooh, this is a close one. We'll be right back. Well, the judges have been mulling over this for a little while, and I think we're going to have our first draw. I believe the machines put up such a wonderful fight, and they both stayed in it to the very end. They both suffered heavy damage. Blueish had a little more point value than Civil Uprising. Civil Uprising was never able to stay in control, but it did cause a lot of damage. Blueish was smoking and on fire. So by virtue of Civil Uprising causing a lot of damage to Blueish and Blueish losing his weapons but staying in control of the fight, we're going to call this one a draw. Please let me know what you think out there. If you think maybe Civil Uprising might deserve the victory, if there's a shot for that, then we'll go ahead and give it to Civil Uprising. But the judges here think this one was a draw. Both machines put up a fantastic fight, and since Blue stayed in control for most of the fight, but suffered weapon damage and a lot of chassis damage, we're going to call it a draw. Okay, we'll be right back with the next battle. Okay, we're getting ready for our next bout, which is going to be Vengeance. It has a spinning hammer arrangement on a DSL bar. That looks incredibly formidable. Two-wheel drive, and I would be willing to bet it's invertible. So let's go ahead and get these guys into the arena and see how well they do. It should be some real fun. Here they go. Ooh, that spinning hammer's gone up. Kind of out of control though a little bit. Stuck on the arena wall there. Those hammers look incredibly formidable. Oh, big hits by the hammers. Yeah, this thing looks like it's gonna do a lot of damage here. That's a very powerful spinner. But they went through the electric wall. Oh my god. I was so busy watching the fight there that I forgot to commentate on it, and they both went through the electric barrier wall, and Vengeance has been eliminated. Well, that was rather shocking. Okay, well, we'll be right back with the next bout. Well, I was so tied up in watching the battle there that I forgot to commentate on how well the sprinter was doing. It was a little bit out of control because the weight of the weapons were causing the machine to bounce around a bit. But it was causing a lot of damage. I believe it would have finally beat poor Blueish to death there in that arena, or one of them would have been ejected. At any rate, they went through the electric barrier wall, and Vengeance was eliminated. So our next bout is going to be with Velociraptor. Any of us who've played DSL 2.2 know about Velociraptor. This thing has an incredible downward striking set of hammers that will eliminate most bots with just 3 or 4 good hits. It's armored all the way around. It's 4-wheel drive. I believe it can self-right. I'm not sure. We'll find out if it can flip. I don't think Blueish can flip it over. But if it does get flipped over, we'll find out if it can self-right. It's covered with weapons and armor plate, and it even has an anti-wedge device up front, a skid plate. So here we go. And it's also a heavy steel robot, probably steel number 5, I'd be willing to bet. So let's get these guys in the arena and see how long Blueish can hold up against the incredibly formidable Velociraptor. They're turning to face each other, and Blueish has got underneath Velociraptor. You can see the little spikes are trying to cause some damage there. He's trying to maneuver and stay underneath Velociraptor. Those hammers are coming down. Oh my god, they're causing damage, forcing Blueish to retreat with haste. Oh no! Now he's backed up into the 4 hazards and got roasted a little bit there. He's trying to stay underneath Velociraptor, who's continuing to bring down the mighty hammers and beat little Blueish to death with them. I think some pieces and parts have already come off of Blueish. He's been pushed over toward the 4 hazards, and over he goes! Well, Blueish is eliminated, destroyed, and thrown out of the arena, but it did cause some damage, put up a fair fight. Okay, well, we'll be right back with the next battle. Well, that was a lot of fun. Velociraptor lived up to its name and did throw Blueish out of the arena, but it was suffering some damage there. It looked like it had lost one of its skid plates underneath. I believe it would have eventually simply smashed Blueish to death. It is a light bot with plastic armor. But hey, Blue put up a pretty good fight. And, well, we're done with that one. Our next battle is going to be Black, which is a lightweight made of plastic. It has some sort of a top spinning weapon, I think. I'm not quite sure what this this bot is all about, so we'll find out in just a moment in the arena. We have Whack versus Blueish. Let's go ahead and see how they do. Yeah, kind of a strange looking machine. Whoa! Yeah, it does have a nasty spinner. Causing some damage there, look at that. But it's a wacky machine. Blueish is having trouble with it. It's causing a lot of damage. It's beating on Blue, causing a lot of noise here. There's a countdown going. Who's counting out? Is Blueish being counted out? Or is Whack being counted out? What's happening here? Why is the clock going? Why are the machines stopped? What's happened? Whack is eliminated. What the heck happened here? Something must have happened to its drivetrain. It simply stopped. Well, that was very strange. Maybe the guys in control up in the control booth, their radio control lost connection or something. We don't know. Okay, we'll be right back. Strange ending. Well, that was a very strange ending. We have no idea what happened. Nobody can tell us if it was a control unit problem or if it was a drive unit problem or what. But this crazy machine Whack was simply eliminated. It stopped functioning and was counted out. So our next opponent is going to be H-Warp, or H-Warp, or however you pronounce this, very strange name. And it looks like it's a four-wheel drive invertible bot. And I'm not quite sure what the weapons arrangement is, but we'll find out in just a moment. Here we go. Oh, it has a downward. Ooh, it has some kind of a blade underneath it. That could be very nasty. Ooh, hear that thing spinning up? I think we might have a real opponent here for little Blue. Blueish is trying to stay underneath it, but that's where its weapon is located. Oh, this is weird. What kind of a machine is it? It has some sort of strange antennas in the front of it. Interesting looking machine. They're both causing damage to each other. Like Blueish is trying to push them toward the floor hazards here. If they come back up again, one of them's going to go over. Maybe both. Looks like they've won. Oh, the floor hazards have got them. And looks like H-Wolf, which was an interesting machine, was thrown over the side. It even ripped off one of Blueish's weapons. Wow, good fight. Okay, we'll be right back. That was a pretty good battle. H-Wolf put up a fair fight and was doing some damage with that lower base spinning weapon. I'd like to get this guy into the garage and take a look at it, see what it's made of. But we'll do that some other time. So here's our second heavyweight of the night. The next battle will be the second heavyweight of the night, Frenzy. Our first one was Velociraptor. We know how well he did. So Frenzy is a self-righting bot, I do believe. The hammer will flip it back over. But again, I don't believe Blueish will be able to flip this guy. It's a forward striking job here. Four-wheel drive, possibly. I believe it's a steel chassis, so let's go ahead and get these guys in the arena and see how well they do. Good luck to Blue versus the big heavy Frenzy. Good luck to both bots. Ooh, look at that hammer. That thing is amazing. Oh my god, it's a mile long. But Blueish is trying to get underneath Frenzy and stay away from the hammer, which is meant to hit bots that are much bigger than Blue. So Blueish is doing a little bit of chassis damage already. This is interesting. Frenzy's trying to bring his hammer down, but there's nothing to strike because Blueish is too small. It's continuing to stay underneath the chassis of Frenzy, causing a bit of damage. And one of the wheels has come off. Doesn't look like Blueish only has two-wheel drive, so looks like one of Frenzy's wheels has come off. It could be suffering some kind of floor. Somebody's on fire. Somebody's badly hurt. Oh, now Blueish has moved over and is getting himself roasted alive because the clock has gone off. And it looks like Frenzy has lost one of his wheels. Now it's beating the heck out of the arena wall. And now there's another countdown going. Looks like Frenzy may be counted out here. It's trying to... It has desperately moved and is missing the one. It may only be a two-wheel drive bot because it doesn't seem to be able to move very well at all. Now Blueish has gotten back underneath it again. There's another countdown going. And it's desperately trying to move away from the wall. Clock is almost done. And Frenzy is counted out. An amazing battle. Wow. Okay, we'll be right back with a rundown on the battles. Well, that was an amazing little tournament. Blueish put up a good fight, won a few battles, did very well, I think. And we'll be on to the next round just in a short amount of time. But, Frenzy was quite a nice spot there. It seems that it was only two-wheel drive, and when it lost the one wheel there, that was pretty much it. It couldn't maneuver out of the corner, and was eventually counted out. So that's the end of round 10. Our next contenders are going to be from Megaton, and they're going to be who's this guy here? Kaboom! And the next one will be Tempest, followed by the incredible Undead Beat, and then Vertigo, and Tomador Murr. This is a good robot, and this one here, this is really something Mo. This will be interesting to see how long Blueish lasts before the spinner throws it out of the arena. In fact, all these bots are quite formidable. Okay, well that was the end of round 10, and we'll be back with the next round soon. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I get a kick out of making them, and doesn't look like I'm ever going to get the AI from Orc Wars or face their bots, but oh well. There's plenty of guys here for me to pit Ajax 2 against, and we still have the 1, 2, 3 AI bunch, and we even have B Beans. At any rate, enough of that. We'll be back with the next round of this very soon.